Here's what you're going to do if you want to go from a C to an A star in A-level economics, or just any grade to an A star. The most important thing is exam technique. I will never shut up about it because of its importance. Knowing how to answer the exam questions is more important than knowing the content itself. Okay, not necessarily, but you could know all of the content for A-level economics and come out with a D or an E if you don't give the examiner what they're looking for. You need to be using your paragraph structure. You need to be hitting every one of the marks: the point mark, the evidence mark, the explanation mark, the analysis mark, and you need to be getting the evaluation mark. That is the critical part. That is most people's downfall, is the evaluation. So people think it's just countering the point you've made, but it's not. It needs to be in context of the question, it needs to be relevant, and it needs to be a relevant counter, if you know what I mean. For example, if you're using monetary policy, there is a time lag. That is relevant. However, if you say it might not work because this is happening, it's something completely irrelevant and it's not in the extract, you're not going to get good marks for that because it's not in context. Speaking of context, use the extract. This is so important for economics because they have given you that extract for a reason. You can get your application marks by using that extract. Use it. Take the time to actually read it as well. Don't just not read the extract and dive into the questions. That is so tempting to do because you're under such a tight time constraint. Don't do it. Timings. Need to learn how to manage your time in an exam. At this point, exam technique is basically what is holding you back. It is what will hold you back from getting an A star. If you know all of the content, that is the sole thing that is holding you back. Some of the content is very challenging in second year, however, I don't think the content is anywhere near as challenging as learning to manage your time in that exam. You can stick to a minute a mark, however, have some leniency with this. 1 mark questions are not going to take you a minute to answer. Answer those quickly and then save a little bit more time for the essay. However, make sure you're not spending too much time on 12 and 15 markers, which is incredibly tempting to do because these are obviously not going to get you as many marks as a 25 marker would. This video is getting extremely long, so if you want to see a part 2, then follow for more A-level tips.